The word for you today, it is Wednesday, March the 18th. The worst failure is the failure to try. Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. God is speaking to Joshua. He says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Is there an encourager in your life? Is there somebody that builds you up, picks you up? You know, God is the greatest encourager. Moses has died, and Joshua has been chosen to lead the children of Israel to the promised land. What a formidable task. Joshua has been Moses' right-hand man, but it's a big step from being the right-hand man to being the guy in charge. And God is encouraging Joshua. Matter of fact, in 3 times in 4 verses, he says, be strong and courageous. Be strong and very courageous. Be strong and courageous. Why is God telling Joshua to do that? Because he needs the encouragement. And in verse 8, the verse right before Joshua 1:9, God tells Joshua how to hear from him. He says, "Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful." God tells us there are 2 ways to know his will and to be successful. One is know the Bible, spend time in God's word. And the second one is obedience to the word. Don't just read it, but do what it says. Chances are God will probably give you a task that is bigger than what you can do, just like with Joshua. And if you listen very carefully, you can hear him say, "Be strong and courageous. I will help you. I will be with you. Stay in my word. Obey my word, and you will be successful." There was a pastor who was having a rough time in life, and he was out one day and out in the country looking across this fence, green grass, and he noticed this round, flat, dried out cow pie. That's cow manure. And out of the middle of that cow pie was a beautiful flower. And he looked at that and he thought, what a contrast. You have this beautiful flower with a fragrant scent in the middle of this stench. He said, and he kind of watched, obviously the seed was there, seed of the flower was there before the cow pie hit. And then it worked its way up through that. And as he looked at that, he thought how many people that he knew lived in a difficult place, a stench-filled place. Yet they rose above the stench, and they were obedient to God, and they shone. And that was a message that he got from that. And he felt like God was telling him, doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter how bad things get. I can use you, but I need you to keep on keeping on. I need you to bloom where you're planted. I need you to keep going, even though there may be stench around, even though it may be difficult. He said, I need you to keep going, just like that little flower. Do you feel like that little flower? Do you feel like you're in a spot that it's hard to grow, hard to do the things you need to do? Look to God. Look to God and let God be your strength. Let him be the one that gives you what you need to do to bloom where you're planted. Have a good day.